Welcome back to the channel guys, and in today's video we are featuring Electrode in the Love Cup. And Electrode is a very good safe swap in my opinion, because you don't really have a lot of ground types in the meta, and Electrode is very spammy and it's not that bulky, but if you get an energy advantage then it can flip a lot of matchups. So before we start with the team composition and the battles, if you are new to the channel and if you like our content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. We are targeting to hit 500 subscribers and we are around 74 subscribers away, so make it happen guys. And if you want to join the battle set Discord server, the link to that is in the description down below. So the team which we are using today consists of Excel, Medicham, Charizard and Electrode. So we are running pretty standard moveset on every Pokemon, just that we are running Charizard with Fire Spin, because I really don't want to invest a ETM to get a wing attack. But definitely if you have a wing attack one, it's the preferable moveset. And looking at the rating on the PV Poke, this team does I think this team does pretty well in the terms of rating, at least. Definitely it does not have a bulk, because Charizard and Electrode are both very squishy Pokemon. And the only drawback which I see of you using Charizard in the current meta is there are a lot of Milotics and water types, or at least I saw a lot of Alomomola and Milotic, both of which run Waterfall, which damages Charizard pretty hard. So apart from that, I think this team is pretty strong, and if you somehow manage to deal with the water types, yeah, this team can pretty stream this team is pretty good in that case. So without further delays, let's move on to the battles to see how the battle goes. So picking up a decent lead here, but the opponent swaps immediately, which draws out their Alomomola. So this is really good for us, because we are able to pair the Alomomola against the Electrode. But it's possible that they might be running double water team, since they swap out the Alomomola, and that will be bad news for our Charizard. But if we will be able to take the switch advantage here, and we will be able to pair Charizard up against that Scoliopede, and I think Medicham can handle any water type in the back if they are running that line. So Electrode will again pressure a lot of shields from the Scoliopede, because Scoliopede as well is not a very bulky Pokemon. So they double shield, which is like okay for me, and they also opt to throw the charge move. So this is like the best case which can happen for us. So looking to completely farm down this Scoliopede, I don't think Sludge Bomb will KO, but I invested a shield, because since they did not swap out, I thought that they might have something weak to Charizard in the back, and they are indeed running Electrode, so this is really good. Electrode tanked one Blast Burn, so I was not really expecting that to happen. But yeah, going for Psychic, just maybe it was an overkill, but yeah, I really wanted to go for Psychic, because Power Punch would be double resisted because of bug and poison typing of Scoliopede. So moving on to the next one, we are in a Seaking match, and Medicham can theoretically win this match, but I don't throw early, because I just want to see if they are running Icy Wind, if they throw Drill Run or Icy Wind, because if they go for Icy Wind, then I opt to go for Power Punch just to boost my attack. And the Psychic grabbed the shield, so I really was expecting that this to be an Icy Wind, which it is, but regardless it KO'd the Medicham. And the opponent swapped to Scoliopede, so this is a perfect opportunity for Charizard, and perhaps we can shield once and completely farm down. And Charizard with energy I think is pretty dangerous, again, unless they are running something like yeah, something like water type in the back, and the opponent quit, maybe they had something weak to Charizard in the back as well. So moving to the next one, in a Milotic Lead. So this is like really good that we are seeing this Milotic in the lead, and I think Milotic is quite dangerous, like even dangerous than a Alomomola, because it has access to Surf, which is a very spammy move in comparison to Psychic and Hydro Pump, which generally a Alomomola runs. And I made a really grave mistake here of coming in with Electrode. I definitely should have come in with Charizard, but yeah, it was definitely a misplay from my side, because this Clefable will be able to KO our Electrode, which was our primary defense against the water types. And now, even though we are up 2 shields, I really need to look to farm down this Clefable, because other than that, I don't think that I have any other option. But the charms were really just chunking away, so I had to throw the energy. It's because the Medicham also is very low. So if I had come in with Charizard earlier on, then definitely there would have been some good play. But yeah, this Milotic will just eat away at our Charizard. I don't think that we can come out of this. uh, we got to a power up punch, but we were not able to throw. Yeah, this is I now remember this game. The opponent made a really they made a really grave mistake here of swapping into Scizor. This allowed Charizard to farm with Charizard was in red when the Scizor came, and this Dragon Claw will be able to knock out the Milotic. So I think they thought that the Charizard was already at a charge move, but yeah, I think if they had stayed in with Milotic, they definitely would have been able to take the game. So yeah, GG's. Moving on to the next one in an Alomomola Lead. So at this point, I was like 3-0 up with this team, and I was really feeling confident. And this game, since I saw Alomomola earlier on, I thought that yes, this might end up being a good set. So we shield the Psychic, and now I was looking for a farm down, which I am barely able to do that. So in comes the Medicham, and again this is the place this is where I made a mistake. I thought the opponent will shield, and I ended up throwing a power punch, which did not do anything. So at least I grabbed the shield. Now I come in with Charizard, just so that if they are running another water type in the back, this will draw it out. And they go for Psychic, which does massive amount of damage onto the Charizard, and going for a Blast Burn, this is most likely to KO the Medicham, or they will shield the Medicham, which is like not really good because counter damage will really add up to Electrode, and they are certainly at least at another power up punch, and they charge all the way up to Psychic. So this really forced me to use the shield, but a good use of shield. And this is where I got confused, because you'll see, I'm going for foul plays, right? And this Electrode just threw three discharge, and it's already at another foul play. So not sure, maybe I did not counted the maybe I did not count the animation when the Electrode came in, but the only two volt switches were only visible. And since my Electrode is like very good PvP IVs, it always lose the CMP, but I really miscalculated the energy there, and yeah, that costed me the match. GG's. Moving on to the next one, and this again is a pretty decent lead unless you eat a Brave Bird to the face. So I definitely was expecting it to be a Flame Charge, because it was too soon to be a Brave Bird, and farming some extra energy and going for a Psychic. Let's see if we grab the shield of the opponent, and the opponent does not shield, which put Talonflame very low, and I do not want to invest a shield onto Medicham, so that's why I go for Power Up Punch. We grab the shield, which is really good, and this forces the opponent to throw their energy. So but I was really fearing at the time that they will have a water type in the back, and even with two shields, I don't think Charizard cannot handle those water types, and they have indeed Milotic, and they go for Electrode. So I think we are already at even energy, and they go for a foul play. So another thing which I'm really struggling with Electrode is in the mirror matches, I'm not able to deny the opponent fast moves, and as you can see, I'm trying my best to deny them, but yeah, it's not happening somehow. And we are going for foul plays, and at this time this is the second volt switch that the opponent has managed to sneak in, and this probably will cost me the match. I tried to catch on a foul play there, but failed miserably. And yeah, I think that's basically it, because again, the Milotic is able to sneak in on a waterfall, and these waterfalls will just add up to the damage. Although, like as I said, Milotic is pretty dangerous because it's very spammy as compared to Alomomola. So definitely, yeah, Electrode I think is very tricky to use. If the opponent manages to sneak in some fast moves in between, it definitely can flip around the matches. So moving on to the next match, and the opponent swaps to Wigglytuff here. So this time I don't make a mistake, I swap into my Charizard, and I farm some extra energy and go for a Blast Burn, because the Wigglytuff is not likely to shield here, and definitely I don't want to try to bait with with Dragon Claws. So in comes the Seaking, and going for a Dragon Claw. This will grab the shield of the opponent, and I do have to keep in mind that the opponent's Medicham is loaded on energy. So even though we have a shield advantage, we really have to play it out very well. So I shielded the ice event. That was my first mistake, and they definitely have back to back. So I didn't want to invest a shield, and they go for a drill run now. So this ends up pretty bad for us. And again you'll see a making yeah, I was not able to make really good calls in the terms of baiting in this particular game. If we had shielded the drill run and not the ice event, I think we would have been in much more favorable spot. But regardless, going for para punch, and this forces the opponent to throw their energy. Probably it was a CMP tie, and I really wanted to feint down the Medicham, but the poison jabs will knock us out. And yeah, at this point, I really played this horribly. I should have known better. But moving to the next match in a positive lead in the form of this Blaziken, because we will be taking risk. But I noticed it quite later on that it's a fire spin Blaziken which is doing neutral damage. But Blaziken is so squishy that you can just boost your damage with the power up punches and KO the Blaziken. And they go for a blaze kick bait, but eventually we are able to farm it down. In comes Alomomola, so definitely Alomomola would want to shield here because Medicham is boosted. Yeah, but this thing is so bulky, it just don't care about the boosted psychic. And the opponent swaps to Scoliopede and we swap to Charizard, and at this point the game is pretty much wrapped up. So yeah, GG's. And moving on to the next one, let's see what do we get. And we are in a Magmar lead, so again a very decent lead for our Medicham. We do need to Magmortar, I don't know what Magmortar has. I think it has Thunderbolt, the community day move, but they go for a fire punch which does decent amount of damage. I don't want to say that it did not, but the karate chop is being resisted, and I was really hoping to farm the Magmortar down, but that did not happen. And fire punch will not knock out the Medicham at that range, so we are able to farm down the Magmortar. I was trying to go for a psychic, but as soon as I saw that they came in with Wigglytuff, I immediately tapped on to the power punch just to do some chip damage. Let's see, they come in with Electrode, so I immediately swap to Electrode of my own. And yeah, again you will see that I am really not doing a good job in denying the opponent the fast move. So definitely I would want to shield here because Charizard, because I don't need to invest any shield on in that Wigglytuff matchup, because Wigglytuff will not be able to get to one. And again the opponent is able to sneak in on a foul the Volt Switch, which really puts me at a disadvantage, especially because my Electrode is good PvP IVs. They are able to sneak in another foul play, which gives them a very head start on the energy. So this pressurizes me to throw the energy, but I think we will end up getting farmed down, or the opponent's Electrode is just going to town against us. But at this point the opponent's Electrode is dry out of energy, so I immediately go for Dragon Claw, because I don't want the Electrode to do any more Volt Switch damage, because I knew that Wigglytuff will go down to a Plasman and the Wigglytuff will not be able to get to a charge move before I get to mine. So this Plasman will definitely be able to knock out the Wigglytuff, and this is the whole point of me running Charizard, because the Charizard in the Open Great Lake does not really have a lot of play. So yeah, I really like running Charizard, but I eventually might take it out of the team because now it's become a liability with a lot of water types running around. So moving on to the commentary, I know I'm speaking extra a lot, but yeah, this is just me commenting on the battles. So the opponent is going for Icy Wind, and I immediately go for a power punch just to balance out my attack, and going for a power punch again. So this is the one I think where I misplayed the Seaking matchup, because you definitely would want to go for Psychic as soon as possible. So although we are able to feint down the Seaking, but they come in with Wigglytuff, and if we were able to win that matchup, I think we would have been in a much more better spot, because we would have been able to pair our Charizard up against the Wigglytuff, and they come in with Milotic. So yeah, not looking really good, because Wigglytuff is not in discharge range, and if we, again as I said, that if we were able to play the Seaking matchup good, then we might have been able to win the switch advantage, and it was the game of switch advantage, right? Because if we were able to pair the Milotic up against the Electrode, we would have taken that match. but yeah, it's looking steep here, steep win here, because we need to throw both the discharges, and the opponent is able to sneak in a charm, and the other discharge will not be able to KO the Wigglytuff. So yeah, really disappointed with myself in this particular game. And moving on to the next one, I think this is the last game of the set, and I think this is the one where I get hard countered. So I swapped into Electrode, and they come in with Crustle. So Crustle is a very decent response to Electrode, because it also gets to charge move pretty quickly, and it will be able to tank those discharges as well. So yeah, not really looking good. So they also invest a shield into the Crustle, and we are going for a discharge which will not KO the opponent's Crustle. And at this point, I think the opponent also recognized that the only thing they need to do is win the switch advantage, so that this does not leave Medicham a lot of room to farm down the Crystal. So that's not good. We can take X is a pretty good. We are able to sneak in like a couple of counters, but they have come in with Alomomola. So I don't think that Charizard was just a liability with this team, because they were running double Charizard counters. And I think again, this is a pretty decent team, especially when you are running Clefable in the lead or Charmer in the lead, because counters to Charmers are Charizard as well as Scoliopede, to which the answers the Crustle as well as Alomomola is a pretty decent answer to that, because Scoliopede will take super effective damage from those smackdowns as well. So yeah, at this point, my only chance was to farm down the Alomomola, but one charm will take us out. So yeah, the last set I think I played horribly. This team is decent enough. I might try Scoliopede instead of Charizard, because Scoliopede can win against Alomomola in certain shield scenarios. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Peace.